In episode 1, I asked the question, why was Russia punished with sanctions, while Israel faced nothing more than words? Hi, I'm André Faust, and tonight let's dig into the history. From 1948 to the rise of the PLO, Oslo, Hamas, otherwise known as the Islamic Resistance Movement, and the settlers on the ground. Because the answer is written in the choices the world made, and still makes today, when Britain pulled out of Palestine, the UN stepped in with a partition plan. 55% of the land went to Jewish communities, though they were only a third of the population. Jewish leaders accepted. Palestinians rejected it, calling it theft. On May 14, 1948, Israel declared independence. The next day, Arab states invaded. Israel not only survived, it expanded. And in the process, 750,000 Palestinians were driven from their homes. Villages destroyed, families scattered. Palestinian calls it the Nakba, the catastrophe. Israel gained recognitions, Palestinians were left stateless. That imbalance is the root of everything that followed. By 1964, Palestinians tried to reclaim a voice. They formed the PLO, the Palestine Liberation Organization. At first, it fought with weapons, but under Yasser Arafat, its largest faction, Fatah turned towards politics. Fatah's name comes from Arabic. It means the Palestinian National Liberation Movement. The initials were reversed to spell Fatah, a word that means opening or conquest. By 1970, even the UN recognized the PLO as the sole representative of the Palestinian people. For the first time, Palestinians had a seat at the table. That led to the Oslo Accords in the 90s. For the first time, Israel and the PLO recognized each other. The Palestine Authority was created to govern parts of Gaza and the West Bank. The world called it the peace process. But Oslo was a deal with holes. It left the hardest questions unsolved. Jerusalem, refugees, settlements, borders. Peace was declared on paper, but the foundation was cracked from the start. Into that vacuum came Hamas. Founded in 1987 during the first Intifada, Hamas, the Islamic Resistance Movement, rejected also outright. They built schools, clinics, food aid. They called for resistance, not compromise, and seized Gaza. Fatah, through the Palestinian Authority, held on to the West Bank. And suddenly, Palestinians were divided. Fatah in the West Bank diplomacy, fragile authority, Hamas in Gaza, resistance, isolations, defiance. This division was a gift to Netanyahu. He could say, there is no partner for peace. And here is the irony. Hamas does not control the West Bank. It is under Palestinian Authority, led by Fatah. But Netanyahu uses Hamas as a blanket excuse to undermine the PA, to dismiss all negotiation, and to justify deeper control of the West Bank. By blurring Fatah and Hamas together, Netanyahu convinces the world that Palestinians are too divided, too extreme, to ever be trusted with a state. But while Palestinians fractured, Israel united around one project: settlements. Today, over 700,000 settlers live in the West Bank and East Jerusalem. They are not just homeowners, they are at the ground level enforcers of annexation. Subsidized by the state, protected by the army, often armed themselves. And here is the reality. Settlers have torched olive groves. They've attacked farmers. They've driven families from their land. Some even have killed and face no consequences. Why? Because in the West Bank, Palestinians live under military law. Settlers live under civilian law. Two people, two systems on the same land. One under occupation, the other expanding into it. To summarize, why sanctions for Russia, but only words for Israel? The reasons are, although not exclusive, because Israel was born through a UN resolution while Palestinians were left without a state. Because Oslo created the illusion of peace, even when it collapsed. Because Hamas is branded terrorists, making support for Palestinians politically dangerous. Because Israel is an ally while Russia is an adversary. The world calls it complicated, ancient, unsolvable. But the truth is simple. When power protects you, consequences never come. In episode 3, we'll follow the trail of power. The U.S., the EU, the Arab states. We'll see exactly how Israel gets away with words instead of sanctions. Because at the end of the day, it isn't about complexity. It's about protection. It's about who the world shields. And it's about who the world abandons. Thank you for watching. This is J. André Faust for The Connected Mind. Until next time, stay safe and keep evolving. And don't miss episode 3 and beyond. Hit the subscribe and stay with us as we dig even deeper.